What if making a friend thousands of years ago was nothing like sending a message or clicking follow? For ancient people, friendship could begin with something as simple as sharing food, working together, protecting each other, or surviving the same dangerous journey. But here's the interesting part. Without phones, social media, schools as we know them, or even easy ways to travel, how did people actually find friends? In many ancient communities, friendships started close to home. People lived in small groups, villages, farms, or camps, so they constantly met the same people. A person might become friends with someone while hunting, gathering food, farming, fishing, building shelters, or caring for animals. Working together created trust because survival often depended on cooperation. Imagine two ancient hunters leaving camp together. They had to watch each other's backs, share information, and sometimes share food. After facing danger together, they could develop a bond much stronger than a casual meeting. And friendship wasn't always about having the same personality or hobbies. Sometimes it was simply about being useful to each other and knowing, I can depend on this person. But there was another powerful way ancient people built friendships: sharing food, sitting around a fire, eating together, telling stories, laughing, and exchanging experiences could turn strangers into familiar faces. Food was more than nutrition. It could create social bonds. In some ancient societies, feasting and sharing meals were important parts of relationships, celebrations, alliances, and community life. But wait, what happened when two people came from completely different groups? This is where the story gets even more interesting. Ancient people could meet outsiders through trade, migration, travel, warfare, festivals, or marketplaces. A trader arriving from another region might bring unfamiliar goods, languages, stories, and customs. At first, strangers could be suspicious of each other, but repeated contact could slowly create trust. A simple exchange, food for tools, cloth for metal, or goods for protection, could become a relationship. And sometimes, friendship could cross entire cultures. Ancient travelers and merchants depended on people they had never met before, meaning trust could become extremely valuable. Another important place for friendships was childhood. Children growing up in the same settlement often played together, learned skills together, and spent years around the same people. Those repeated experiences could create friendships that lasted into adulthood. But ancient friendship could also be much more serious than friendship today. If you lived in a world without modern police, hospitals, instant communication, or easy transportation, having trustworthy people around you could be extremely important. Friends and allies could help during illness, protect families, share food during difficult times, help rebuild homes after disasters, or stand beside someone during conflict. And here's the surprising part. In the ancient world, friendship could sometimes mean survival. Imagine your settlement suddenly faces a food shortage. One person has extra grain, another knows where water can be found, someone else has strong hunting skills. When people cooperate and share resources, the entire group becomes stronger. That means friendship wasn't just about having someone to talk to. It could create a network of people who depended on one another. Of course, ancient friendships were not always peaceful. People could argue, betray each other, compete, or break relationships just like humans do today. Ancient writings from different civilizations even contain stories about loyalty, betrayal, companionship, and deep friendship. This tells us something important. Thousands of years ago, humans may have lived very differently, but the need for connection was surprisingly familiar. They didn't need smartphones to stay connected. They had firesides, shared meals, work, stories, journeys, celebrations, and everyday life. A friendship could begin while carrying water, working in a field, walking beside a caravan, or sitting around a fire at night. So the next time you message a friend, remember this: thousands of years ago, friendship could begin without a screen, a notification, or even a written message. Sometimes all it took was two people sitting beside the same fire, sharing food, facing danger together, and slowly discovering one simple thing: I can trust you.